Today's topic is how to create a compelling lead magnet. And you may say, what is a lead magnet, may I ask? Andrew, what is a lead magnet, mate?
I knew you were going to bring me in on this one. Perhaps it was because we discussed it before going live, of course. But yeah, what is a lead magnet? Well, essentially, it's something that we can give that's valuable to our intended audience. Because what we're trying to do is build our email list. And in order to do that, we can't just, back in the day, I was able, showing my age here, when I first had my first website, I put sign up for my newsletter. And people would, when they found the website, oh, that sounds interesting, sign up to that. But that doesn't work now. We've got to give something that's valuable, that's going to resonate with our audience, that's, as I say, is valuable. They're not, essentially, it's a free item, but it's got to be something that's valuable that they would look to pay for. And that's it. In essence, the description of a lead magnet.
I was going to say that you've just sort of mentioned it there, but it is really important that you know your audience and you know your clientele to create a lead magnet which is going to resonate with them. Because if it doesn't resonate with them, it's not going to get you anywhere, right? So it's all well and good knowing what it is and making it, but it's got to be the right hook, essentially.
It has, and I was just having a conversation with somebody yesterday who's is a Strong First certified coach, but they're not active as on a day-to-day basis, but they're looking to transition from paid employment in another industry into becoming a full-time coach, and they didn't know where to get started. And I said, well, let's look at who your target audience is. Who do you want to work with? Now let's think about the problems they face, and let's then look at what form of lead magnet you can create to encourage them. So he's looking at those folks who are interested in kettlebells but don't know where to start. So he's putting together the beginner's guide to kettlebell training on that side. So he's meeting his audience at the level at where they're at, which is a great start.
Exactly. So you've got to know your client avatar, guys. You've got to know what your audience wants in order to help you then create the correct lead magnet. Otherwise, it'll get you absolutely nowhere. Can you give us some more good examples of lead magnets?
Yeah, well, if we think back in the day when lead magnets became a thing, I suppose, you'd get ebooks, and over the years, I don't know about you, Josh, but I've downloaded.
Oh, I've got loads. I never read them.
Exactly. But we download them because they obviously they resonated with us. But then they just sit on your hard drive, and your downloads are on your desk, cluttered up your desktop. But they're like 20, 50, 100, 200 pages long. We mean to get to them, but we never do. So for me, a great example would be something that's quick and easy to use. So like a cheat sheet, a checklist. Maybe somebody is a bit bored of their workout. They're going to go down to the gym later today, and they just download a workout from you that they can utilize today. It could be a meal plan or a grocery shopping list or a week's a meal plan over the course of a week. Something that's quick and easy to consume. Makes a lot of sense.
Exactly. So not too long, not too in depth. Something that people are going to use, and not have to spend hours and hours reading. What about we've got a good example that's one of our members, Saskia, used for her massage therapy. Hers looked great, didn't it?
Yeah, and I shared that with her. I called it the magic brochure because it was based on something that I'd put together. It was a simple A4 sheet of paper. If you fold that into two, you've got four sides. You've got the front cover, you've got the back cover, and you've got the pages 2 and 3, which was the meat. And I'd put, I think, 15 things to look for when choosing your first personal trainer or something along those lines. But Saskia took my raw ingredients and she baked this fantastic massage therapist lead magnet, which she turned it into looking like a nice glossy magazine, which
It was a lovely brochure magazine, wasn't
fantastic.
it? Yeah.
So she took what was in my head and she'd crafted this amazing tool, which is going to set her apart from any other massage therapists in the area. And if somebody sees that, if they pick it up in a coffee shop or they download it online, they're going to read it, they're going to consume it, they're going to become more knowledgeable. And then there was a call to action there to a special offer to take advantage of her services. So that was a brilliant example of one.
Yeah, so it's great, as you say. It's just 4 pages, looked really, really quality. Gave some information about who she did, who she was, what she did, and then, as you say, the important call to action at the end. So a really, really good example. Let's come on to a little bit onto the how, because there might be people thinking, I've got a great idea, but I don't really know how or where to start. What are the best tools to use?
Well, for me, I have the ideas, but I don't have the skill set to take those ideas and craft this amazing looking piece of information, of artwork or whatever that might be. So if that's you, because our skills are, getting people into shape, we're fitness professionals, we're not graphic designers and the like. So for me, I go old school. I'll put down the content that I want to use onto like a Word document or onto a Google sheet or even pen and paper. And then I would send that to a graphic designer who I'll find on Fiverr or Upwork or one of those mediums, or even a local college student that does graphic design is a great way to use somebody locally. And they can go out and design based around your ideas, your concepts, to put something in play. But equally now, there's heaps of tools online, and we talk about Canva all the time, canva.com, where you could go on and there's templates.
Is that pretty simple to use, Canva?
It's relatively simple, and they've got some great templates, but you can still screw it up if you're not that and it can take up a lot of your time, and more often than not, we're busy looking after our clients and we get frustrated, and it's not, we don't devote enough time to giving it the attention it deserves. And it's better, in my view, to outsource that to somebody that's got the time. For someone $5, $6, $7 an hour, they can get something done that really looks the business, within an hour or 2 hours maximum, really. So for under £20, $20, you're going to get some great pieces, and you can focus on your strengths.
Exactly, focus on doing what you do best. Definitely use Fiverr, guys. We've used Fiverr services a lot, and you get some really, really good people. Finally, to wrap up, Andrew, once again, why should people use lead magnets?
Well, again, we're looking to generate leads. Our business, we're not going to be working with clients if we've not got a steady flow of leads that we can over time turn them into clients. And this is the first part of the process, because if we're hitting somebody with a promotion, more often than not, I think the numbers are 90% of people that see your content or your offer aren't ready to buy at that stage. In fact, it's probably more like 95%. But it's not to say that they wouldn't be interested in a week's time, in a month's time, in a year's time. So we want to be able to stay top of mind with them. And that's where a lead magnet can come into play, because what it's doing, we're giving something of value. We're getting something of value in exchange, that being their name and their email address. And they're added to our email list, and we can then keep in contact with them over time through regular emails, giving value in those emails. So that
it's all about keeping that email list warm, right?
Exactly, because the more they get to know about us, and they'll get to know it through our content, they're going to trust us. We're going to be able to build that relationship with them, and ultimately, when the time's right, then they're going to want to become a client of ours. So that's the reasons why we do this.
Absolutely. So there you go, guys. That's how to create a compelling lead magnet, and some examples. Get yourself on Fiverr, find yourself a good designer, and get contacting, get grabbing those emails, and keep that email list nice and warm. That is it for today. Please don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe. And if you want to find out what's holding you back from growing your fitness business and get yourself a free website audit, go to strengthmatters.com/audit.